Hi, this is Twisted Granny Tarot. Thanks for coming to see me. This horoscope tarot reading tonight is going to be about Cancer. Now, if you've watched any kind of tarot on the YouTube at all, Cancers are making big news. So, and Geminis and maybe a little Pisces, because those are water signs. So, it's working out good for me. Because I'm Cancer rising. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Okay, all right. So this channel is where the horoscope is done. I mean, the reading is done. The tarot reading is done with a horoscope chart, and it's actually a priceless way to get information because there are 12 houses here, and each one is labeled with a category, so I can get a little picture of what's going on in a person's life in those 12 categories just by doing this. That's way more information you can get out of a Celtic cross or any other kind of because most of them just want you to answer one question. Well, I'm answering 12. I hope you appreciate that. Okay, this is what we got at, this is one of my friend. My friend Link publishes this calendar. It's called A Year and a Day. And he researches and publishes the information in here, which is mostly about ancient mythological beings like goddesses and gods and demons. I've never come across a demon, so I can't say that. But let's see what is on the agenda today. Here's a silly one. You ready? For all you guys with a sense of humor. September 21st, according to this, is a new moon in Virgo and partial eclipse. Woo. And right underneath there it says, it's also the Devil's Nutting Day, Nutting, a day to abstain from collecting nuts to avoid the curse of insanity. Is that why they call people nuts? Because we eat too many nuts? I do love nuts. Well, anyway, also on that day, September 21st, it's the Feast of Divine Light, which is an Egyptian, I guess we'll call it a holiday. An Egyptian pantheon is very popular among people who study ancient cultures. So, highly respected. Okay, so what we're going to do is I already shuffled, I already cut. The first house in a horoscope is about what's on your mind. If it's a tarot reading. Look at this. Be patient. That's a good sign. No threats of destruction. No threats of terrible things happening. So just be patient, be kind. Whatever is going on here now, Mr. and Miss Cancer, just ride it out. Just keep riding, put one foot in front of the other, because it's going to go through. Ooh. I had to say that, didn't I? Okay, this is a conflict card, and it just so happens to fall in your house of money. So even though you may be fearful because of the lack of money or the confusion around money or the uncertainty around money, just keep being patient, okay? Then we have, okay, ready? Third house is communication. That means letters, telephone calls, emails, text messages, those kinds of things. All right. It's about communication. And this particular fellow right here, he's doing a lot of thinking, and he's practicing his craft. Let's just say that. He's trying to perfect his craft for his foreman, let's call it, or a teacher, somebody like that. And this is about communication. So what I'm going to say is that with regard to this card, what you have naturally been doing is to explain short and sweet situations to people that you need advice from. Okay, ready? You got that, right? One of the clues is don't give up too much information initially. give them, spoon feed them, just a little bit. Keep them on the hook. On the hook, so they want a little bit more, and they're going to get a little bit more, and they're going to get a little bit more. So, don't let this scare you. It's about you and how you use your skills to communicate, your communication skills to communicate. Okay, fourth house is your home. Well, look at here. This guy is on the one hand, some people might say he's stingy and he's miserly and he's selfish. Another person might say he's got plenty of money, he just watches where it goes. Well, somebody with both feet and both arms around money might be a little overdoing it in that department. So there's something going out with money in the house. So you just may need to put money towards a house. You may need to buy a house. You may need to find an alternative rental, something like that. But this is all about your house, well, the house you live in, and your money. Your physical house you live in, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 bath, an apartment, whatever it is. And you have to take care of it until it's time to get out. So you're saving your coin until the time is right. I'm going to say that. Okay? 5th house. Oh, man. How'd this happen? Don't panic. This is the 5th house. This is the 5th house of romance, creativity, children, and speculation, which means like gambling. And what this is, it's the ending of something. So you know what? So if you all feel like you may have recently solved the problem with the house, that means the problem's over. Or it's almost over, but it's too good to be true. It might be what you're thinking. It's too good to be true. Is it really going to happen? I'm going to say yes, because the doubt is being, okay? 6, work and health. We got the King of Cups here. King of Cups is usually a very nice man who's kind of fatherly and take care of people in a way kind of thing. He's a really good communicator, and he's really diplomatic and kind. He's not a money maker like a Pentacle is, but he can be. Okay, but he can be. Okay, so what's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th house, work and health. Because this is a face card, I need to put another. Here's another face card. And what do we have here? And we got another face card. Will you look at this? Look. Why do we have 3 men here? Now, finally. But she's not doing it. This is a card of taking a nap, basically. If on the original tarot deck that was published and brought over to America in like the early 70s, this is a person that doesn't do much. So if we've got work and health here, well, okay. I really think this has to do with work. Wait a minute. The Wands governs business. Obviously, the Pentacles covers money. Cups covers love and kindness and good health, all those good things. So in the 6th house, work, health, and routine. Okay, so okay, well, what I'm getting is that these 3 guys are important men that you're going to have to talk to about your next move, which may be to buy a house. And because the houses are so crazily inexpensive, you might think you cannot, but unless you ask and unless you tell people a spoonful at a time. So don't divulge the whole sticky story until you have to, because we don't want to discourage anybody from helping you. Okay? So, So, okay, I'm going to say this. This is a salesman because he's a Cancer. I mean, he's the water sign. Okay, this is the guy that's going to talk to you about your loan, and this is the guy who's going to build a house. How about that? And this card right here is you taking a time out thinking, what the world am I getting myself into? What the world am I doing? Well, sugar babe, this is what you have cut out for yourself a long time ago. Might not have been quite so aware of it, but you know what? It couldn't happen at a better time to a better person. Come on now. Right? So that's what I think is going to happen. That your situation with your house is going to be resolved, or your place to live, your ability to pay for it, because he's holding on to his money here, man. And then this is work and health. So getting a loan and building a house is a lot of work, but you've got the contacts and you've got the smarts, and you'll be okay. People buy houses every day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It used to be easier because you'd go to the bank and you'd hear, this is how much I can borrow, and then you go pick out a house. Well, not anymore. 7th house is marriage partnerships and business partnerships. So here we are, carrying on a burden. Now, if it's true that all this is about buying a house, then this is the work that the dreariness and the whole process of it being unfinished for so many months that it seems like it's going to take forever. And then every slightest little hiccup, of course, the builder, if he's reasonable, will tell you what the hiccup is and how they solved it. Okay, so that's what we want. Okay, 8th house, money from other people. Wow, at this exact moment, you don't know where the other money is coming from. You don't know. You don't know, because here he is. Here's this is you. You're standing on a cliff going, I don't see any money out there. Where's the darn money? I can't find it. Well, another way the original interpretation was, this person has sent out his ships, like Columbus. Sent out his ships, and he wants to come back with plenty of gold and silver and herbs and spices so they can improve the life, make the king happy, right? But where? He thought he was in India when it really hit. Where was it, South America or America? There's a place in Florida that's got a sign. It's in Brevard County, and it says, Columbus may possibly have landed here. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think you won't know where it's coming from. But listen, remember to pray to the people on the other side to send you money. If you ask for their help, they will help you. Now, number 2, they're not going to send you to the store to get you a lottery ticket that you're going to win $1 million tomorrow or even next week. That's not going to happen. If it could happen, we'd all done it already. So we just have to work with their version of timing, because their version of the timing is the only version we got. If they're, people invented a schedule, people invented the clock. Well, the heavens, where people are waiting to return to Earth, they don't have any clocks. When the timing is right, it will happen. So we just have to have faith that the timing will be right and it will bring us what we want. Now, don't go to pieces if it doesn't happen on the first try. Okay? Don't go to pieces. Just try another one. All right? If that's 9, is this 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. 9th house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Okay, King of Swords. This is an intellectual card. So those topics are highly intellectual topics that keep people's minds busy and active. And if a person wanted to go to the Mayan ruins somewhere in South America, that's where you want to go, because that'll be your spiritual. You're delving into spiritual nature and an alternative spirituality, if that's what you want to do. It also satisfies your travel itch. Okay, so here is the intellectual part of you that wants to do all that. Here is, now I'd like to say it's a virtual guarantee you're going to do it, but I can't say that because we need like a major arcana card, which is a destiny card out of the deck to make that a guarantee. So we know it's likely to happen. We just can't tell you when. We cannot tell you when. We're not in charge of timing. But this is a person who has won a battle, and he's on his way back home to be celebrated by his country folk and his townspeople and that kind of thing. And, you know, maybe he'd be like the guys on TV. I'm going to Disney World. Maybe that's what he thinks he's doing, going to go to Disney World. Maybe. However, he's going to make it more of a, you are going to make it more of a goal to explore spirituality, religion, and long distance travel in the several years after the house happens. Okay? If it's a house, it might be something else big you want to buy. Maybe a houseboat. It might be a cabin in the mountains. That'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 10. 10,000 is your career. Okay. Does this look like fun to you? Actually, it's a conflict card. So your career is in some state of changing, some state of moving to the next level. And the Cancers out there who we're doing this reading for, they're not quite sure of how to proceed and how to accommodate marketing that they don't know anything about. Let's just say that. How to accommodate marketing, because this is about your career, or B, it could be about fracas going on in the office among the head muckety mucks, as somebody I know used to call them, the muckety mucks. And they're having a battle upstairs in the main office. It's not, but it's causing confusion down here because they're so busy, they're so occupied with their own discrepancies that they are next to unavailable for their own employees. Okay, 11th house. This is long-term plans, which are kind of like the long-distance travel, right? That's a long-term plan. You got to plan for that far in advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, long-term plans and friends from previous employers. So according to this card, you may have very warm relationships with people from previous employers, with your previous coworkers, your previous boss, your previous at various locations, okay? And this is there's somebody in particular who's kind of like a caretaker kind of person. She doesn't have to be a nurse, but she's good at psychology, and she's good at, or it could even be a man, does not have to be a woman, who wants to help people. So if you call up one of your old friends from work, or old friends from your current job title, but work at a different place, you can talk over differences and similarities, and it might help you in solving this conflict with the muckety mucks at work. Okay? Now, what else we got here? Oh yeah, this is still the 11th house, and this is a face card, so I have to put another one on it as a modifier. Whoa, kids. All right. See this word? It says karma. Everybody knows what karma is. These women here are Scandinavian. I guess they might be goddesses, although they might be kind of a lesser entity than a goddess, than a full goddess, but I don't know what that makes them. And They're called the Norns, Norns. And what they do is they weave into lives of people the paths that they're going to take. So these ladies are said to plan your life, plan your future, plan for good things and or bad things that happen. So nevertheless, now because this woman from a previous employer wants to talk to you, she'll give you good advice, because this is a major arcana card. It's also known as a destiny card. So you need to talk to somebody about what you want to know. Now, I'm assuming, because this is where the card is placed, that it's a previous employer or somebody you know from a previous employer. So call them up. And you might not even be able to think of anybody right now. Just wait. Just wait. Something will happen. You'll go, oh, I need to call that person. Okay? Now we got it. This is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. And this is a Queen of Swords. So this lady's mind is busy all the time, and she's not always really sweet and nice about it. The Queen of Cups will usually be sweet and nice about things, but the swords sometimes can be fairly aggravating. Oh my God, now we got a king. We got a King of Wands. Honey, are you cooking up dreams in your sleep? Are you cooking up things? Do people come and talk to you at night about what your plans are for the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year? Because that does happen. It does. Just because you don't remember it doesn't mean it didn't happen. But they might be telling you things so that when this event does occur, you'll go, oh, instead of whatever other response. Oh, how did I know that? Now, because these are all three face cards, I got to keep going here. Whoa, they're coming. Now, what's coming? Well, something good is coming, because we have intellectual thought. Ooh! We have business success, because this is the Knight of Wands. He'll be a little more brash than the king. And he might not be able to, because you know what? Look at him. No, he's moving because his cape is blowing in the wind. And then here we got Page of Swords. This means it's a messenger. What did we get after the messenger? Something is coming. So okay, my curiosity is killing me. Whatever happens is for the highest good of all concerned. Whatever it is. And if you're getting, if you don't remember what the entities on the other side are saying to you, it doesn't matter. Because when the event occurs, you're going to be agreeable and say, well, I think I know that already. Okay? And it's for the highest good. It's for the highest good of all concerned. How can it get any better? So whatever logs in the road you have to trip over, you're on your way to do the highest good of all concerned. Now think about that. Who's all? Well, that's certainly yourself. That's certainly if you have a husband, that's certainly your kids, you know? How about that? I'm in love. Okay, now what? Oh God, here we got another one. Dang it. This is a card that really kind of belongs right here, because this card is a connection to all the other cards that are on this table. And this card is all about intellect and thinking. So I'm going to say that this situation, which to me looks like you think you need to buy a house, and your job may need some tweaking, some comb over, something like that. Doesn't have to be drastic. Oh my God. Okay, so now this left me feeling that there is not enough information in this card. This one is enough. If this card is a harbinger of situations to come, then it'll be for the highest good of all concerned. And you will be proud and happy for yourself and your family, because this is a Nine of Cups. It's one of the best cards to get in the deck. Most of the time, the Nine of Cups just is a smiling person and has 9 full golden cups around the back of his head, like on a shelf. And he is so happy and satisfied with himself. It means he got everything he wants. So kids, be prepared for it to be, now I don't want to call it a struggle, but I also don't want to, it's not going to be easy. How shall I say this? But if you're an adult, you can accommodate it. And if you're not an adult, this is a great lesson for you to stick with or to keep in mind for your everyday life. So I say that what you're working on is likely to bring you greater joy and more promise than you have had in a long time, because it's something you waited your whole life for. Because it says karma right here. You waited all your life for it. So proceed proudly, proceed with confidence, proceed with promise, kindness, generosity, and goodness. Just proceed. Congratulations, kids. You're awesome. All right. Thanks for staying with me today. I appreciate it. This is Twisted Granny Tarot. I really appreciate you being with me tonight. Thanks. Take care. Bye.